My name Donaven Thomas, but most people know me as D5. I've been playing sports my whole life. That's always been my thing. That's how people knew me. But what people see on the court, that ain't the full story. A lot of people think they know what happened this year, but they really don't. So if I'm gonna tell it, we gotta go back to the beginning, where it all started. I really started hooping because I felt like when stuff was getting tough, I could just run to the gym and just grab my basketball and shoot. And it was just my outlet. That's really like it's just peace. It brought peace to my life. It means the world to me. I really love this game. Like I said, it was my peace. It made me who I am today, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's my everything. Freshman year, I was at Decatur High School. That's really where everything started for me. Just a kid playing and trying to make a name for myself. I wasn't thinking about all the extra stuff back then. It was really about just getting better, playing. I had big dreams, and I knew I wanted more. It really showed me that I was capable of doing anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, no matter how hard it was, no matter how hard I pushed myself, it's always somebody out there that's better than you know what I'm saying? I realized that my freshman year that I have to go 10 times harder than everybody else because I was shorter than everybody. I was a ninth grader, so I knew I would have to go at the best players every single day, you know what I'm saying? So freshman year, I feel like that was me showing myself that I was capable enough to compete with high-level talent.
So why is it hard for you to trust coaches?
It's hard for me to trust coaches because one of the most disrespectful moments I ever experienced happened in front of my whole team. So basically, my mom had walked past and coach had said, "Is that your mom?" And I said, "Yeah." And he said, "Your mom bad as hell, shit out of her." I'm like, "What?" And he said it in front of the whole team laughing, thinking it's funny. So I got a little serious because in that moment, I wasn't thinking about the season, practice, basketball. I was thinking about my mom.
There's been quite a few moments over the years with Donaven that he's experienced, quite a few challenges in our life, in his life, his parents being separated, going through a divorce. During the same time, we've lost like really close family members that supported Donaven and his brother. Whenever he was going through something, I always knew something was going on because at home during the evenings after everything was done, schoolwork, he would just sit and play on his little basketball in his room. On the wall, he had like a goal on hoop. So I would see him, he would just throw the ball back and forth, and in his eyes I could tell he was going through something. And so he initially transferred that into like going to the court up the street at the school, and he just would stay out at night sometimes where I would have to worry about him because he would be on the court, but I could tell like that was just his coping mechanism.
As a student athlete and as a person, Donaven is what I would say, a very positive person. He is very intense. He's very passionate about what he does. That's both in the classroom and outside of the classroom. When I saw him athletically, I knew this was someone who had that instinct, had that natural ability, that not just talent, but had the heart to take him to different levels.
The best, probably like my friends, you know, like I grew up with all of them. Teachers, that's really it, friends and teachers.
I mean, I first met him, he was just goofy, like we were just kids. So we used to play the game together at first. We didn't even know each other for real. Like I was always around him because, you know, we play within the same programs and everything. But I never even talked to him. But like once we got closer, we just became cool. And when I first met him, this the first dude I ever met, probably really cared about being in practice on time, going to extra workouts, going to, you know what I'm saying, get the extra work in. He had himself figured out. Like he was always on point, but like what I say he had to overcome was just his relationship with coaches, man. Like throughout our whole high school career, he always been treated unfairly by coaches, not gonna lie. Like ever since 9th grade, that boy was scoring 20 and he was still coming off the bench. So it's really just his relationship with coaches. Like they would always treat him unfairly, but you know, that's just trials and tribulations. He always overcame that. And like I said, he exceeded my expectations, like even this year. So I didn't think he was gonna go that crazy like he did, and he went crazy.
Years down the road, that Donaven Thomas was not just a great basketball player, but was a good kid that had great character, cut from good cloth. He was born into this game of basketball. He's been around it all of his life. And to be honest with you, he's not just a great basketball player. Kid plays great football, plays great baseball. He's an athlete. So he's a kid that's going to give his all no matter what he does. But more importantly, he carried a tradition. His dad being one of the first players on my Griffin Grasshopper organization 37 years ago. And now he's closing the curtain of the Griffin Grasshopper under the helm of Coach Doug Richards as one of the final players to be a part of my program. And that alone speaks volume. And that's how we'll close this curtain. Started with daddy, ended with son. Couldn't finish it in a better way.
Really bad, but you was a in the past. I know. Don't act like you don't understand. I hollered at bro and he. Then I hit the road like I'm Jack, like I'm getting tortured. I'm choking on gas, run off with that paper, and I'm smoking your ass. Yeah, that is a go. No, like literally though, free Z. It's on when my get home. If they send a bond, I got cinnamon rolls. All my exes all glitter and gold. They pretty and broke. They back, give him a thumb. He all on the ground with subliminal posts. Why would I copy these that rap in the city when I'm way harder than yours? This ain't that. That 300 black at his back, now he look like Sophomore when he walk. Smacking the vet, me and Killer in the cat, draw them like Mario Kart. My bitch a brat, a Barbie a doll. Unless she on her shit, she don't party at all. Okay, I feel like Georgiana, wise for $40. I be chillin' now cause I done wore designer. I buy that for my kid like a quarter pounder. Jerry, these rock moist tonight. I spill red on my girl like a 49.
Man, for you to be so small, I didn't know you was gonna be so good. You know what I mean? I just know you had the will and the determination, and you had a motor that wouldn't quit. Cause when your mom was like, "Oh, you need discipline," and I was like, "Okay." And then when one day you messed up in practice or something like that, and then we went in the gym, and I was disciplining you, I ran you through every drill, every disciplinary exercise that I could give you, and you were still like, "Coach, what's next? What's next?" I was like, "Man, I ain't got nothing else for him." At that point, I knew you was gonna be great. You know what I'm saying? Because you got a motor that's keep going. Like, whatever they put in front of you, you're gonna go through it. And you're gonna come out on the other side a winner. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I like about you. So, thank you,
I'm
bro.
in here Fridays from 6 to 9, if y'all want to come. And Sundays from 9 to 12, all right? Y'all put in some good work. Hey, you can say lead by example on 3, all right? All right, hands in. Lead by example on 3. 1, 2, 3.
What impact did Jared have on your development, both as a basketball player and as a person?
Jared wasn't just a coach to me. He was a mentor, a teacher, and someone who believed in me before everybody else did. To them 6 a.m. morning workouts, all the lessons he taught me on and off the court, he shaped me into the person I am today. Through every high and low, he stayed in my corner. He never let me settle. A big part of my journey and my love for the game is because of him.
When you look at the man and player Donaven has become, what are you most proud of now?
Now, looking at Donaven, I'm most proud of his leadership. When I first started lead by example, that was my goal, to teach these kids how to lead by example. And Donaven is a true definition of that. When it comes on the court, off the court, he leads by example. He's not going to ask none of his teammates to do something he's not going to do. That's one thing I'm most proud of. The other thing is that he's just now scratching the surface of his potential in life. Not just basketball, but life. This kid is going to be special, and I can guarantee it. That's it.
Decatur was like home for me. That's where my friends were. That's where everything felt real. But honestly, it really started before that. 8th grade year, something clicked. That's when I realized this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. And so my dad, he once told me, if you want to be great at this game, you got to live it, because he wanted me to play baseball, you know, and that's what he wanted me to do. So when I chose basketball, that's when he told me I got to be the first one in the gym, the last one to leave. You got to work 10 times harder than everybody. And that stuck with me. He used to play stuff in the car like Kobe, Mike Tyson, Muhammad Ali, Michael Jordan. And at first I was just listening, but then I started to understand it. They all had the same mindset: kill anything or anyone in front of them. And that's when I knew I wasn't just trying to make it. I want to make it to the league. I want to be one of the greats. When I chose it, I went all in. Every time I stepped on the court, I made sure I was the hardest worker there. There we go.
Let's go, Nate. Come on, Nate. Go! 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 Go!
I'll say, growing up, we pretty much started playing sports when we was like 4 years old. Been throwing the balls with each other for a while. We used to play in our living room, we used to play football, we used to play tackle, act like we was in real games and stuff growing up, like when we was about 5 and 6. You know, me and him, we've been close, especially in the sports. When my dad used to coach, me and him used to play together. He'd play up with me, and we'd play similar positions. He used to play second base sometimes, I'd be at short. Sometimes he'd be in the outfield, sometimes I'd be in the outfield, you know, and we used to just work out together, just growing up, all the time. I helped him with basketball, he helped me with basketball, helped him with baseball, he helped me with baseball. For basketball, I realized that in 8th grade is when he decided, in my opinion, that he wanted to start taking it serious. And he just started putting in the work, started going to the gym, running. Especially we get this little basketball goal in our at our house, and he'd just be shooting on it, practicing, working his craft. He'd go up to our old elementary school, it was right up the street from Fifth Avenue. He'd go up there, shoot some hoops. Asked me to come with him a couple of times. I'd catch his rebounds, shoot a couple with him because I was still hooping at the time for a little bit. And he'd watch a lot of motivational videos like Kobe, all types of inspirational people, you know, and he just kept getting better from there.
My brother means everything to me. Just looking up to him, having him push me every day to be a better version of myself. No matter what sport it was, basketball, baseball, football, I would always play up with him. It was crazy because, you know, I'm playing up with all the older guys, and they used to kind of try to little boy me, and he wouldn't have that, you know what I'm saying? He always had my back. It just made me more careless, you know what I'm saying? Being there with him every day, crazy feeling. And looking back at it now, I wish I could get every moment back. And so, yeah.
Great block. Back the other way. Give it up, give it up. In the lane, lefty, yeah. Follows. Timo Spears gets out of it, brings it across the timeline, goes off on the baseline, wide open three. Yes! Donald Thomas delivers. He's in a 1-and-1, down by 4. He missed it. Abani had it. Oh, up and in. And a phenomenal effort. And congratulations to the Griffin High School Bears.
Okay, well, I start out, but what stood out about him very early on, you know. When Donaven came out, he came out and said, word, I thought he was dead, to tell you the truth. Thought he was still birth baby, but the doctor kind of smacked him on the butt and he just said, ah, that's all he said. And he woke up, and the difference between Donaven, I didn't have to hold him like a baby. He held me. That's the thing about it, like when you grab him, he will hold you to make sure you weren't gonna let him go. I'm talking about this is straight out the womb. So it was different with Donaven from the jump.
What you always do is what hand am I?
Right.
Right. So what hand don't you want me to be comfortable with?
Right.
But he didn't talk too much. He was all about action. You see what I'm saying? But I'll start it off from the beginning. What made me really get him into sports is I wanted my boys to play baseball. I saw my homeboys Tim Beckham and Jeremy Beckham get drafted in 2008. But his mom, you know, big up to his mom, you know, she's great, you know what I mean? Even though we got divorced and everything, she did great by our boys, you know what I mean? She raised them, she did great. She had a plan for their education, and it worked out great, you know? And I had a kind of a plan for not even just sports, but my boys to be men, how to conduct themselves as men. His mom always just kept calling me and saying, hey, man, you need to come watch Donaven play basketball. And I'm like, nah. I'm like, hey, have him ready for baseball practice or the baseball game. Go play basketball. But so then he calls me the next day and he says, Dad, you coming to my game? I said, didn't I just tell you, bro, you gotta be different? I said, what you do different? He said, I scored 50. I said, shit, that's different. So I haven't missed the game since. And then I came to the games and I just watched them, man. I just watched them for a while. And I saw that he was really killing. And then the thing about him, I never really trained him. So it's like he would take what I say and go implement it immediately. And that's what was so impressive about him early on.
But let me get back down to business. This nigga's not fucking with me. I promise God is my will. Too bad a big step, but nothing niggas can do about it. Dolo when you see me riding. Batman don't need no riding. Big pistol on me, know I'm gripping on it. You don't really want these problems. I'm hot as summer. They talking about.
Well, they two different people. They're two different kinds of people. So his Donaven confidence shows in a different kind of way than his dad's confidence, or you know, like, I don't think he gets mad. He don't get mad enough to be able to compete with his dad. You know what I mean? His dad is just an asshole. You feel what I'm saying? He can talk shit like he one of them kind. Donaven don't really be talking no shit. He's just gonna show you. You know what I mean? He got the game to show you. So it's almost like hot water, cold water type shit. You know what I mean? But one you gonna get burnt and the other one you gonna freeze. You know what I mean? Like they gonna do something to you, straight up.
Center.
As a young man, oh man, he's the greatest, man. And I'm not just saying that because I'm his pop, but I'm his biggest fan. And as you see when I'm in there, I'm just like a boxing trainer. You know what I mean? I'm in this corner like a boxing trainer. You can get it. Watch the left. Nobody better than you, champ. You know, if you want to win, put that Thomas boy in. If you want to win it all, you gotta let him ball. Period. Like I always tell him about Michael Jordan, Kobe. Then when Kobe came, Kobe asked Jordan. He had them conversations with Jordan. And, you know, he asked him, hey, bro, what I got to do to get better? You feel me? And Jordan told him. But then the difference between Kobe with the Black Mamba is he showed the world that Mamba mentality. You see what I'm saying? So I told him, bro, all you do is got to really just follow the Mamba mentality with the basketball, work out 4 times a day, work up early, you know, go running, you know what I mean? Go lift some weights, get to practice, get some shots before practice, stay a little later, show the coach that, hey, this is what I want, and then go work out again when you get home. So he started working out 4 times a day. So anybody who's working out 4 times a day, I knew he was different.
Feeling that one.
Finish strong, baby. Get it.
Whoa.
Strong. Good job. Good work.
I do got a crazy, funny, and it's kind of troubling story, I guess, that'll kind of put me in jeopardy. But just everyday baseball practice, you know, it usually goes from about 4 to 7. And one night I forgot something here at the school. So I came back to the school about 9 o'clock. And it was common for Donaven to stay after practice and work out. Or even then, he was playing baseball, but he would go into the gym. I would unlock the gym door and allow him to go work out with basketball too. Long story short, I came back to the school real late at night one night, and I ran downstairs to get something, come back up, and all of a sudden I just hear a ball bouncing in the gym. Now, mind you, he's supposed to be long gone, campus, all the lights out. He's shooting in a dark gym, just shooting shots. And I stopped and I said, like literally what you just said, man, this kid is different. So him staying 2 to 3 hours after baseball practice to get work in at another sport was impressive to me, but it's also like, if something happened to him, I'm responsible. So it was also troubling and worrisome for me too. So, but it was good to see, man, his work ethic was crazy. I haven't seen a lot of kids his age work in 2 sports like that. His 10th grade year, it didn't go the way he wanted to, joining a program like ours that was kind of, we had a lot of upperclassmen, a lot of guys that technically that I knew what they could do on the field. And Donaven was a little more, he came late because basketball did make a deep run that year. And it was just kind of hard getting him into the rhythm and flow of things of what we already had. But he really told me, I mean, he wasn't like a team disruption or nothing, but Donaven told me, like, Coach, I can play. I can play at a high level, and I'm gonna show you. And after that, man, he was our everyday center fielder.
Good rip, baby. Good rip, baby.
Not a boy. Let's go, get on, Coop. Let's go. Let's go. Pick him up. Let's go, Fab.
Coach Dez, probably one of the best coach I had, like, in my high school career. Probably one of the coolest, chillest, and he was on me. He was on me a lot, but like, it was tough love though, you know. So, I mean, he made me love the game again, you know. So like, it was just on some, like, he really made me love the game. Pick you up, bro. Here.
That's my guy, man. He's crazy though. You can get in the vid, bro. Kobe Brown, bro. Bro, pain in my ass right there. First day I met him, to be honest, the first day I met him, I'm like, who is he? Because he a transfer, so we don't even know who he is for real. Young boy he hopped on the court. He was just started hooping. I said, who is this? We didn't know who he was. But that was my first impression of Buddy. I think, that was my first impression of Buddy. I've seen him in here until like 10 o'clock at night. Just by himself though. Putting in work by himself. The practice that stood out to me is when I was on his ass. And I made him just shoot up anything because I was guarding him. I was busting his ass at practice. That's what stood out. And then literally like Final Four game, he was just hooping, bro. He was just hooping. A moment, he took a step back or a side step three. And we went up, and that was pretty much game. They called timeout. I think that was the time I really knew that he was really the truth.
I transferred here to get a fresh start, like a new opportunity to prove myself, to prove that I can compete at this level, So I transferred here to show everybody that I am what they say. I mean, going into this game, the speed is way different than what I came through in ninth grade. The pressure was different.
Trying to get a feeling out process your first game of the year. Always, trying to figure it out as Donaven Thomas gets the scoring out it at the other end, the three, but instead he gives it to Thomas. Now Thomas is going to pull and he's going to hit.
I do remember after the game, my dad had told me, he said, but don't worry about that. Shrug it off, man. Like, you straight. Your time gonna come. Just be ready. And that stuck with me. I got my first opportunity when one of our best players got injured. And I knew I had to step up for the team. So I knew this was my opportunity, like to show myself and prove myself. Team chemistry. Low key, we had a real good bond. Everybody was cool with each other. Like we had some dogs, we had some competitors. We all knew like we'd lay it out on the line for each other, So, yeah. And we knew going into every game, nobody could with us. Yeah, actually, everything changed. A fight had broke out in one of our games, our senior night. Coaches were suspended, players were suspended, and we was going into region play. So it was basically like what we gonna do? Because our coaching staff is suspended and our players are suspended. So only 4 of us was still playing, and so we had to move up to JV. And when we moved up to JV, we had to play like 3 games without our whole team. And I knew if I didn't step up, our season could be over. Round 1, we became a 4 seed, going against a 1 seed. And going into it, I was pretty nervous on the bus ride there. And before the game, I started listening to Kobe talk about his preparation and how he handled it. And he made me realize that I've been working for moments like this. this whole season.
Well, I say the first time I seen him play, I knew that he had the ability to be great. You know what I mean? Like he know what he doing. You feel what I'm saying? And if you a baller, you just know a nigga when you see him, like if he got it or not. And I'm the type of nigga, I'm gonna tell you if you got it or if you don't. But he got it. You know what I mean? He damn sure got game.
He respected everybody on that team. He had actual big brothers, so that's why I think that played like a big role in everything. He respected everybody. Even when he had those moments, he still respected everybody because he had other dogs that was gonna dog it out with him.
And going into the game, I had dropped 27 for my first playoff game, and we won in a blowout. So, yeah, and then after the game, I started thinking while I'm on the bus, I'm like, damn, they don't let me get comfortable now. Going into the Sweet 16, we played a tough team. They was being teams about 40. So we knew we had to come to play.
Thomas is going to launch a three. Jackpot for Thomas. Big
Big
shot there.
Miscommunication on the side of the Spartans right there.
I knew I had to play. I knew I had to do everything in that game. I knew I had to score.
Dover's going to whip around to all the way to Thomas. That's going to be Thomas' shot for three. Long NBA range three, no good. Tip, control for the rebound is going to be controlled by the Jags. 2 seconds, 1 second. Thomas fires a long one. Good for a three at the buzzer. What a shot by the buzzer.
Big sequence of events right there.
Donaven Thomas hits the three ball. Looking at 48-45. Jackson at the end of three.
Defend.
They missed both. Here we go.
Oh, stolen.
Oh, no.
Stolen by
Got a
Thomas.
foul. Got a foul.
There's the foul by Carpenter. Oh, big steal off the rebound.
Those little possessions right there.
Do whatever it took to win. And I ended up, at the end of the game, I ended up making big plays, ending with 22 points, and that led us to the Elite Eight.
Tip out to Carpenter for three. Oh, the front iron, no good. Had a great look at it, could not convert the shot, and that's the ball game. Jackson survives.
Maynard Jackson survives. The Spartans fought to the very end. That's the Spartan way with their fighting to the very end of the ball game. Just off the rim, had a great look at it from
Elite Eight. We played a real tough team, another tough team. But I had an off scoring night that game. So I had to impact the game in so many ways. I was defending, leading, and just being a pest on defense. You know, so. But my team stepped up really big for us, and that led us to the Final Four. Going into the Final Four game, it was a big moment for our whole school, for us. We made history, making it past the second round, I think, and that was a huge accomplishment. But going into that game, it felt like the town was on our back, the school, it felt big, you know, so it was definitely nerve. Like, I was definitely nervous going into this game, but I knew that I had to show out.
Last year losing to Kell in the title game. That one off the glass and good. Oh, baby. That one went down and touched all four sides of the rim for Donaven Thomas. Up to 8, as a matter of fact, and just like that, the Eagles have pushed out to a 22-17 lead. They got a good little run going, but 6'1". Meanwhile, Donaven Thomas, another super sophomore guard. Here's an answer back down on the offensive end. Tried for a behind-the-back pass. Dover came away with it. He'll send it ahead. Don finishes with the foul. Don Thomas back to the line.
I was trying to will us to a win, but we lost. And even though that hurt, it really proved something to me, that the people that said I wasn't ready, people that said I couldn't do it, people said I wasn't ready for this level, they all was watching me on that big stage that night. And that meant something to me.
Talk to us about preseason.
Preseason is when everything changed. Going into my 11th grade year, our gym was getting used for practicing and all that, so we had to practice at another high school. And when I arrived at that high school for the first practice, I seen my old coach from 9th grade year, the same one that told me I wasn't ready, the same one that said I wasn't built for this, the same one that said I couldn't compete at this level. I seen him, and I'm like, why is he here? Like that's what I'm thinking in my mind. Like, why is he here? And every day, he was just there. Like he was there every single practice. He was there watching us, like just watching. Like his energy, I just felt his energy, you know. So it was kind of like it was still there. Over all these years, it's been 2 years, and he's still holding something against me, and I can feel it. And so my coach had came up to me. He said, "Bro, why is you? Hey, go say something to him, bro. That's your old coach. You don't want no beef." And I said, "Why? I don't have beef with him, but I don't know why I should go over there and talk to him. There's no point. I'm here to practice. I'm not here to talk to nobody." And so I found out that my coach and him work together. And, you know, who else do they have in common? Just me, you know? So that's probably the only thing they can really talk about is basketball and then me as a player. So going into the season, I felt the energy shift. I felt that the energy shifted from my 9th grade coach, and he kind of put some type of energy going into my head coach that I've been cool with my 10th grade year for a year. No problems, no nothing. And out of nowhere, he started acting weird. So I had, it's a story, I had full access to the gym. I can go in there whatever time I want to. I could leave whenever time I want to. And right after the situation with the coach, like they met up and stuff, that changed. And being in the gym was my peace. So for them to take that away from me, and they knew how much that meant to me. My 11th grade season, it went smooth. I was averaging 22 points per game, and I was leading in assists. So it was smooth up until the incident. Up until the incident, that's when everything changed, though. So one day, we had practice on a Friday. We have a game the next day on a Saturday. And I was preparing for the first one in the sprints. First one, I was the loudest one in the gym, mostly every day, but especially this day. And we started playing fives or something, half court, you know, half court fours or something. And I was getting fouled. But coach wasn't calling it because we don't really call fouls. I wasn't crying about it. And then went back. I got a cheap foul. And then one time I played solid and he called a foul on me. And I said, "Coach, come on, bro. You can't call that on the other side." You know what I'm saying? Just to say that. And he was like, "Get out."
Hey man, come on. Don't play that shit up. Don't play that shit up. Thank you.
He's saying, "Get out," as he's coming up to me. And next thing you know, he started pushing me. And he kept pushing me. And I'm like, "Coach, stop touching me, Coach."
Or what? Or what? Or what? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Get the fuck out. Thank you. Or what? Or what? Or what? Or what?
It got to a point where I'm just like, "Bro, stop touching me, bro, or this gonna You know what I'm saying?
It sounds good. Huh? It sounds good. What you mean? I'm about to hit no kid. I'm about to hit no kid. I just want to know what you're going to say. Let's work with it. I need to think so. It sounds good. You don't talk on the court, but you want to talk to me. You don't talk on the court, but you want to talk to me. You goofy as hell. You goofy as hell. That's why you should stay here. Ain't that right? Ain't that right? Ain't that right? Ain't that right? We y'all best have some meetings about you, though, huh? Or what? Or what? Or what? Big dog, or what? Or what? You just an emotional ass kid, bro. You a kid. Stay in the kid's place. That's why you about to cry right now. That's why you about to cry right now. Because you're a kid. You're a kid.
After that, Dad came up there and we talking to him, and we're like, hey, this won't go nowhere. This won't go nowhere if you let him play tomorrow, because he said, you can come back Monday. He said, we'll see you Monday. And we have a game Saturday, so I'm getting suspended for a foul. And next thing you know, our coach was suspended, and everything just kind of went down here from there.
Donaven is gonna be Donaven at all times. Donaven did grow. I think he still got the same mentality though. I think that's just him. That's his person and that's his personality.
And going into my senior year, I felt different, more focused, more mature, but also more aware. Because at that point, it felt like I wasn't just fighting for basketball anymore. It felt like I was fighting the system. We had a meeting as soon as I got here. We had like 2 meetings, and they heard things about me, heard things about my family, and so they wanted to meet me. They wanted to meet my pops and my moms, and so when they did, they told me they looking for a leader, and they need somebody to lead the pack. And I told them, you definitely gonna get that with me. I'm a lead by example. I'm a leader.
Fuck going on to y'all boys straight out here. Oh God, but they probably got me fucked up out there, motherfucker, boy. Nigga can't even breathe, but I ain't breathing about 3 days.
Hey, LaDun different, bro. LaDun different, bro. The boy, every time I seen LaDun in the neighborhood, whatever, that boy on that scooter, and he got that basketball right here, like a baby or something. I'm like, my boy, where you going, LaDun? Shit, I'm finna go hoop, Trey. I'm finna go goddamn get him boy that. See, the boy really look like me out that motherfucker though. I be able to look thing, the boy really look like me. I'm a lefty. He coming off the bench. About 13 to 15 minutes, averaging 15 points. I was coming off the bench averaging 1. I probably get in the game sometimes. You know what I'm saying? See, he got that dog in him, right? You gotta see that boy on that flow. The boy work ethic is crazy. The boy hoop 24/7. The boy don't do nothing but hoop. You know what I'm saying? Every time I see the ball on the scooter, like one time I see the ball around to Decatur on the scooter, that boy was doing 100 on the scooter with the ball in the hand, like he do that every day though. You know what I'm saying? The boy got that dog in him now. The boy got that dog in him. He gonna be different. I just can't wait to see him on that next level. I can't wait to see him on that next level. It's gonna be a glorious
You want to be seen with her. That's how I know you ain't half a man. That's a shame, Holla. What you gonna do about it? I said, what should I do? He said, you tell me. They tried to shoot her point blank and knock the brains out of her. I gotta reload with that bullet that came out. So when you bring up sentiment and the lies I can see, make sure you let the world know she was riding like a Jeep. It was 4 verse 1. She was firing at 3. My baby went and got a switch. She ain't hide behind a chain.
I pulled up to support his game because, we met earlier that day, like 1 p.m. I was running. So I told him I was going to follow him on IG and stuff, you know what I'm saying? So I ended up following him on IG. He DM'd me like, yo, we got a big game today, you know what I'm saying? 7 p.m. If you can make it, man, that'll be dope. I said, you know what, man, I'm gonna pull up on you, little bro. I'm gonna pull up on you. So I told my pops, I said, hey man, I just met this guy and his son. Kind of remind me of your vibe. I just sensed the vibe kind of quick, he's like, my son, hoop, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? He said, come check him out. I said, I'm gonna go check him out today, man. I'm gonna let you know, I'm gonna let you know if he good. I'm gonna let you know if he any good, Pop. So my first impression was, I was wondering, he said he was coming off the bench. I'm like, all right, bet. He say, so I'm peeping him. 2-3 minutes pass, 3, bucket. Still, picking up 94 feet, dime, running offense. First thing I do, I'm like, yo, this don't look like no 6-man. I'm like, Pops, like, why this talent coming off the bench? Like for 5 minutes, I watched him score like 8 points, 3 assists, steal, leading the team, the energy there, the whole offense just changed once he got in. Like, this is my first time ever seeing a kid, my first time ever seeing the team, the organization, anything. But I'm watching when he got in, I just watched the motor shift. So I'm like, Pops, what's going on? I'm like, why he coming off the bench? Then Pops broke it down, which related to me again. Like, he like, you know how it is, man. Like, been hating on my son. Not really giving the opportunities for whatever reason. I don't know why he leading the team and scoring off the bench. So, because I just didn't understand it because I'm watching him. I'm watching him pick up 94 feet. I'm watching him turn the offensive player 5 times. I'm watching him get steals. I'm watching him shoot. He shoot the ball. Like, I'm watching it and I'm just like, I knew something was up. So I'm asking Pops, like, Pops broke it down. I'm like, oh, okay. So that game, I think he had like 22 off the bench. Easy, 6 assists, 5 rebounds, steals, like just really dominated real easy off the bench. And I just knew, I already knew Pop's frustration. Because when I saw it first, I just ain't understanding. I'm like, this is what you've been dealing with? I just been seeing it. So that's my first impression. Like, he a baller.
First got there, everything was all love. Me in fall league, me in summer league, everything was all love. Everybody, they loved me, made it seem like they loved me. And then as soon as I moved my house, and came there and stepped foot on campus and moved into the school system and all that, everything changed. It wasn't all the coaches. At the end of the day, all the other coaches, I had love for them at the end of the day. I don't think that they knew what was going on at the time and knew what was going on behind the scenes. I felt like the head coach was leaving them out on a lot of stuff. Later on in the season, they start realizing it. But they didn't do anything about it. They still had to follow the head coach's word on everything, you know? So, yeah, I got love for them at the end of the day. But the two other coaches, the head coach and a coach that's not even supposed to be there, they was the main problem.
He experienced some challenges, kind of negative challenges with coaches, some experience that weren't ideal. That kind of, I can't speak for him and say that it hurt him, but I know it impacted him emotionally and mentally. Just for instance, one of the coaches assaulted him, and the coach, Donaven looked up to. So I think it was a shock from all of us that the incident happened. And due to that incident, he ended up having to transition to another school during an ideal time, like a critical point in his basketball career. During that time, I know that, he experienced a lot just as a young man, but just his tenacity and just his resilience and perseverance, I was pleased, and to know that God was still covering him and keeping him focused was, great to see.
Coach, he would sneak through the back door and practice with us. He was the tough one, so he would cuss everybody out, come at me, be like, I'm not good enough, tell me this in practice, like, but you not that, you know what I'm saying? And he'll play with us, practice with us, like he's running full games with us like he's a player, you know what I'm saying? So, and he was really trying to break my confidence, by telling me I'm not good enough, I don't fit the mold, you know what I'm saying? So I'm going to practice every day, having to deal with him, and at the end of the day, my team didn't know. So I didn't find out yet, but my team, we all didn't know he wasn't supposed to be there. But when I found it out, I started going at him because he's telling me this. I'm not playing that much, you know what I'm saying? So he's telling me this, and I'm just going at him. Not disrespectfully, but in a way like, bro, I know the real. And it was just getting crazy and crazy every game, So I felt like they was trying to, not play me. They're trying not to showcase me. College coaches coming in here, I don't know what they're saying to them, but they're pointing at me. So it's like, come on, bro. Before the game, I'm posting it. I'm like, I'm 20 points away. Come out and watch and support. Coaches know, players know, fans know, everybody knows. This is my night, And I was going for it. And so before the game, I'm 20 points away. And I'm up there shooting like normal. I shoot before every game. And before halftime, coach tells me, go get tape. And I'm like, I'm shooting. Like, I could just go straight into walkthrough, but he told me to go get tape. And I go get taped. And when I come back up, coach is ripping off at me like, you late, this and that. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, coach, you just told me to go get taped. He be like, shut up. I'm like, all right. And so I sat on the side. He said, bet that. Like, he was like, I got some, like, he basically said, I got something for you, knowing that this is my night, you know what I'm saying? So going into the game, I didn't play the whole first quarter on this night. This is my night, and I didn't play the whole first quarter. So I'm sitting on the bench like, what did I do? This man told me to go get tape. Why he mad at me?
And I just think it was a little hate, bro. I just think it was a little hate. You know what I mean? A lot of hate. A lot of, from the coaching staff, from grown men hating on the ATO kid. And then they want to blame me for being a dad. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of y'all lazy coaches. Y'all blame the parents. The parents ain't at practice. The parents are paying your dues. The parents are getting their kid there. The parents are feeding these kids. The parents even got them to the ability where they can even play in high school. And then y'all want to turn around and say the parents. No, you just doing somebody to blame for your mediocrity. They made problems with him. You know, they made problems with him. He had 4 points to hit 1,000 points. He calls Pierce, Waterhead, the big guy, the big head guy. The coach that people think that he's good, but he's not. But he calls him. And the only reason I'm going at Pierce like this is because you shouldn't have played with me and my family. And I told you that from the beginning. I told you that from the beginning. My son is coming here. He ain't selling drugs. He ain't messing with a lot of women. He ain't getting suspended from school. He ain't coming late. He's doing everything he's supposed to do. But you're saying he got a problem. You're saying whatever the case may be, but he's helping you win. And my son was prepared. My son was prepared to come to Grayson, and not only come to Grayson, he was prepared to come over and take over Grayson. And the only thing y'all could do, I took him to the wrong G. I should have took him to the G I went to, Griffin. I can move my house anywhere. I can move my house anywhere. Anywhere, at any time. I moved him to the wrong G, but I tried to move. You guys sat there and you told me, and you looked me in my face, and you said, I got your son.
So when I got in the game, I scored like 7 before halftime. Third quarter come, I didn't play until 4 minutes. And next thing you know, I'm at 15 points going into the fourth quarter. I'm 5 points away. And I didn't even play the first quarter. I'm 5 points away and I didn't even play the first quarter. And fourth quarter, I was at 13 points and I scored one more bucket to get my 15. And it's like 7:30 on the clock left. Full fourth quarter still. As soon as I scored that bucket, coach sends the whole team to come get us, get the whole 5. I'm sitting there. I'm like, bro, I'm 5 points away, coach. Like, what's going on? I'm 5 points away. This is my night, you know what I'm saying? And we beating the team bad, like by 20. But he normally don't ever he never puts the other team in until like 3 minutes. So that was way too early. That was the only game he did that. And so after the game, I'm like, bro, what's going on, bro? I'm asking myself, like, what am I doing? This and that. And next thing you know, I'm walking to the locker room. The announcer stopped the whole gym and says, congratulations, coach, for getting your 300 plus wins as a coach. And I'm sitting there like, he didn't want that to be on the same night, I guess. And which is crazy, like he didn't want me outshining his. And the crazy thing is, like, that's pretty crazy as a coach to not let me hit my 1,000-point night just for you to get your 300. At that point, just tell me not to suit up. You know what I'm saying? So, and so I went into the next game, and I knew I was gonna get 5 points. So I get 5 points, hit it. I'm thinking I get a celebration. I'm thinking I'm gonna get my name announced at the end of the game in the middle of the floor because I'm seeing everybody else do it on Instagram and all that. The next thing you know, I hit it. No announcement, no recognition, no nothing. I get to the locker room, my ball's still in the box. He opens the box in front of the whole team and he just throws me the ball and just said, congratulations, walks out. I mean, I take it because I still hit it. Still gave me the ball, but like I can't even sit in the middle of the court with my family. You know what I'm saying? With my pops and my moms, and I work hard. I've been trying to hit 1,000, and so yeah, it was crazy.
So Donaven Thomas threw you a lob, and you had an off-the-glass dunk. What went through your mind through that play?
I love having him as a teammate. You know, great point guard. Shoot.
We was playing South Gwinnett, and I came in hot, scoring 11 straight off the bench. And going into this halftime, when I got in the third quarter, sometime in the third quarter, the team started looking me off, you know what I'm saying? Because I didn't start the third quarter, so I'm not in the game. So, but I'm hot, and so they're looking me off, and I'm telling my team, I'm like, bro, pass me the ball, come on, I hit some big time shots for us, you know what I'm saying? Like, give me the ball. And they just looking me off, like not passing me the ball. And I went up to coach, and I say, Coach, hey, Coach, I'm hot, man. Can you run my play? Can you run my play? And next thing you know, Coach brushes me off, and he says, nah, bruh, nah, go play. I'm like, what? And I'm like, Coach, come on, bro. Like, I'm hot, bro. Like, run my play. I asked him again. He like, nah, bro, go play, bro. Get out my face. I'm like, damn. Like, what am I doing? You know what I'm saying? So I'm asking myself mid-game, like, what have I been doing to this dude? You know what I'm saying? So next thing you know, I go get it the next play. I say, nah, I ain't going for that. I go get it the next play. I get it, and I take it down. And I crossed the dude up, and I hit him. It might have been an offensive foul, but they didn't call it. And I get him with an N1. And next thing you know, I get up. I go to the stands over there. I wanted the coach to hear me, but I went to the stands. And I said, I told y'all, give me the fucking ball. And I said it like that. And I walked back to the free throw line. And I wasn't saying that no disrespect. I was just saying that like, Coach, bro, I just told you give me the ball. And you said no. This is why. This is why I did that. You know what I'm saying? And so I go to the free throw line, and Coach says, man, go get him. And he comes get me. I'm like, I'm looking like, what? Come on, Coach. Like, you know what I'm saying? And next thing you know, he take me out, and he's sitting there talking to me. He's pulling me over to the side, and he's touching me. I'm like, bro, stop touching me. You was just backing up for me, acting like you scared of me for some apparent reason. So don't touch me. You can talk to me like that, but don't touch me. You know what I'm saying? So next thing you know, Coach is like, darn, bro, like, and he's touching me. He's like, bro, you don't do that. You don't do that. Like, I'm like, Coach, bro, you just told me you're not gonna give me the rock. I'm sitting on the bench for like 7 minutes on the bench, just sitting here watching the game, like, and we're handing him the game, and I'm sitting here over here like, Coach, bro, like, don't touch me, bro, watch out. And so next thing you know, he threw me. He put me on the bench until fourth quarter, like 3 minutes left, like 2 minutes left, 3 to 2 minutes left, and he threw me in there. He asked the assistant coach. I heard him ask him. He says, hey, bro. He says, hey, bro. Who should I put in? And the assistant coach says, you got to put in Don. Throws me back in there. And we was up by 7 before he took me out. And next thing you know, we down by 4. After the game, coach takes me out again, like 40 seconds left. And I say, Coach, this one on you. And the reason why I said that is because everything that has been going on, like, he's not letting me be me. He's not letting me play. And I'm working hard. I'm staying in the gym. I'm staying after. And he takes me out. And I'm like, bro, this the same thing that happened at the Decatur game, bro. You did it again, bro. And we just lost because of it. It's like he keep throwing these games. And he's throwing them when I have a good game. And it's like, damn. So, yeah, that's what led up to the suspension. It started feeling bigger than basketball when the coach gave me ISS, tried to give me ISS, telling the principals to give me ISS, telling the principal coming at me in school, talking about you have ISS, you've been skipping. And I didn't have no record of skipping my whole high school years, and you telling me I come to this new school and I'm skipping with who? I have no friends here. So like how could I be skipping? And I have no record for that. So it was right after my dad had texted the coach and said, you have a kid that had ISS for 4 days and on a game day, and he got to start the next game. So he was kind of punishing me for these little things, and other people doing way bigger things than me, and I'm getting in trouble for it. And I'm a senior at the end of the day. And yeah, it felt bigger than basketball when he just sent the whole school after me, teachers, principals, athletic director. He sent everybody.
Why did you decide to go virtual?
I went virtual because I felt like I wasn't safe here no more. Principals coming after me. Everybody's coming after me in the school system, and it just felt like I was fighting the system. And my pops told me, he said, man, they can only hurt you if they have possession of you, you know what I'm saying? And I knew that the only choice to make was either transfer somewhere else and go graduate somewhere else or go virtual. And they said if I transfer, I would have to do school all over again or something like that. So I chose to go virtual. And yeah, I just didn't feel safe here no more. And they didn't have possession over me no more, so it was the right move.
What's it been like growing up and watching Donaven's journey from your perspective?
It's been inspiring to watch him work hard, grow, and achieve his goals. I'm proud of him.
It taught me that talent ain't enough. People paint narratives of you before you even walk in the door. And through it all, I still averaged 15 points and only played 13 minutes. So crazy thing is, I'm still graduating. I'm still getting my diploma.
Donaven Nasir Truth Thomas.
Even though they tried to stop me. So first and foremost, I want to thank God and everybody that supported me. Every coach, every setback, every situation, it all built me into who I am today. So with that being said, for the next upcoming year, I'll be attending.
It's like this, man. Stupid. Hey yo, 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 it's like this, man.
That's all I gotta say. Hey, y'all keep your eyes on this guy. He's the truth. I wouldn't say that. I don't just give anybody fluff. He's the truth. I wish we could have kept him at Decatur, but, you know, we can't keep all the superstars. That's a wrap.
Stupid. Hey yo, it's like this, man.